Perfect, guys. Well, let's go ahead and dive into some charts before it gets too late here. We do have some news coming up here, like I said, here in about 10 minutes. So we got red folder news. It is PMI. It is NFP week as well, guys. So, you know, generally the NFP protocol is trading Monday through Wednesday, being done by Wednesday. It's a bank holiday this Thursday with the 4th of July, obviously. So that's a day we would be taking off anyway for NFP protocol, right? The day before NFP. And then back trading again. Or at least I'm going to be trading again Friday after the NFP release. Doesn't mean I'll take a trade, but I'll definitely be looking at charts, analyzing some stuff, and just seeing, you know, what the market presents itself. If I see a good trade that I like, I definitely will take it. But yeah, that is the week that we're in. NFP protocol. Happy July 1st, guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Now, do I think on a higher time frame, daily, weekly, 4-hour chart, does it look like the draw is here? I would say yes. Now, that doesn't mean that you never, ever, ever, ever can take a counter trend trade. And sometimes I will do that, right? Sometimes that's really all you get offered. So it's not that I won't take, you know, a counter trend trade. And sometimes that counter trend trade ends up being the move, right? It ends up being a bigger move than you expected. So even though I might have a slighter, stronger bias one way or another, it doesn't mean that I'm bullheaded and not willing to adapt if the market starts showing me something different. Again, still bearish on the daily and the 4-hour. And yes, this is a counter trend idea if we do end up taking along here. One way that I probably will not or wouldn't be interested anymore in that would be price tapping into a higher time frame PD array and OTE at the same time. At that point, I've missed the long in my opinion. Like, I'm not really interested in trying to long from here to here. Even if price does go there, I think it's lower probability, lower risk reward trade. A lot more can go wrong, right? You might have to be a lot more loose with your stop loss in order to not get stop hunted, things like that. So like right now, what I'm eyeing up is like this 15-minute time frame. Apologies in advance if any of you got epilepsy, because I might jump around time frames a lot, but it's just me making sure I'm seeing everything or trying to see as much as I can, so I don't miss something and then take a loss because of it. Yeah, I'll reduce the background music a little bit. Appreciate the heads up on that. It sounds really quiet on my end, so I can barely hear it, but it might be louder for you guys. So yeah, appreciate the heads up on that. So here's what I'll say, guys. Based on that thinking, if I am going to get long, I want to get long before we get into really OTE of this range. Inside of this 15-minute inefficiency. So like if price trades up here before I get the chance to enter in a long, I'm really not interested in longs anymore. And I'll just continue to wait. If that makes sense. But price is trading down into this inefficiency here. Big inefficiencies left down in here as well. Trying to be as precise as possible with this entry here. So let's see what we get. I would like to see price trade down a little bit lower. Maybe sweep this low, turtle soup this low. That'd set up a pretty good entry long in my opinion. But if it just taps into this and goes, then oh well, that's fine. No FOMO. Wow, guys, look at that. I mean, that would have been a snipe. Any supply and demand traders in here? I used to trade a lot of supply and demand, and that'd have been mint, as the boys like to say. Holy shit. Look at this. Pretty unforgiving here on this drop. It hasn't happened as of yet. Maybe we can get an opportunity for entry, but this sell-off has been aggressive and fast. There was no way to really get in this unless you were just going to enter off of the order block, higher time frame inefficiency. Let's reset here. We got ES going for all these stacked equal lows here. I've literally been waiting on these equal lows. I feel like all last week I kept thinking they might go there. And then Friday totally flipped, and I thought we were going all-time high again. I got fooled last week. At the end of the week, I did. I really did. Like, all week was good, and then Friday just, like... Well, safe to say that was the move of the macro, guys. Missed that. Missed that move. But yes, ideally this is what I'd like to see. Some of this nature. All right, guys. I might look for a long now. The reason for it is because we souped this low that I had previously marked out. So this is really the SMT that I'd be more interested in here. And yes, NQ did not trade down into discount yet. I'm not saying I'm hopping in just yet. I'm not souping this. I'm not buying the lows. NQ did not trade down in the discount, but let's see if ES did. So this a lot of the times can happen, and I've been left behind plenty of times when this type of thing takes place. ES will trade down here, NQ will not. Therefore, I'll miss my trade, and I'm like, fuck. How did I miss that? I'm just gonna, I think I'll try with light risk, guys. I'm gonna hop in with one con. I'm gonna put my stop here at this low here because this is where the SMT formed. So if this SMT fails, then obviously I was wrong. So stop there. Wow. See if we can get the trade through these highs. I don't love that we just put an SMT with the high. See if we can continue through here. I'm gonna give it another I'm gonna give it another minute or two. Just seeing it if it can reclaim this gap that we just inversed on the 30. Might cut this trade off early here. I don't want to take a full stop out. Okay, guys, I'm gonna cut it there. Shucks. You guys see what happened? We SMT'd this low. Took my entry there as we were working up. Got a really nice move right away. We ran these generated new highs, and we put in new SMT here, which is why I'm like waiting. I just wanted to give it a second though. You know, I don't want to cut the trade off early and then have it still play out. But yeah, very, very tight with the wrist there. Not gonna take the full stop out. Looking at executions, let's see what kind of damage we had there. Executions. So entry was 925 and a quarter, closed it at 15, so 10 points. Closed her with a 10 point little scratch there. But just in the chance that we got that quick run, I wanted to be in position for it. My instincts wanted me to remove my risk right away once this high was taken, especially such a quick move like that. But basically decided not to try to choke the trade. Oh well. Took loss like a pro. Hey, thanks. Yeah, it's my first YouTube live. Why, can you tell? Well, listen, I'm just happy my first trade on YouTube Live was a win that turned into a loss. I just wanted to give you guys the best of both worlds. Hopefully I'm not totally shafted because of that, but I do personally want to wait for the macro now. I try to give myself like one attempt if I'm not in the macro, because If I try to attempt too many things on the 1 minute time frame in between macros, that's like usually where I just rack up small loss after small loss after small loss. And then the macro comes and then I have to use that trade to make it all back. So I'm going to wait for this alignment of time and price, folks. Going to go ahead and wait for this. I might just hop in this first inverse if we get it and put my stop at the recent low. Hopefully we don't get a too crazy stop loss size, but pretty volatile though. I mean, not like, it doesn't look like a big move, but this is 25 points, 30 points right here, 40 points, so. 20 seconds left on this candle. All right, guys. So I went ahead and hopped in just with one because it is kind of a decent sized stop. Stop here. I want to see this be the soup. SMT divergence at the lows. I want to see a run, preferably a quick run through all of this. Probably going to remove my risk when we run this high here. Take my risk off there. And let's see what kind of... oh, yeah. 79 points. That is a plenty, folks. So I will be fully out as we trade through that high there. All right, guys, I'm in. It's in the market maker's hands now. Let me know if you have any questions. Yeah, market maker buy model. Biddier is what we're looking for here. We are just chopping around in this gap right now. Macro is ending right now, so we'll see. I definitely wanted to see more of a move out of here for sure in this macro. I'm a little disappointed that we didn't. We just generated some sell side. I don't think I'm going to cut this trade off early, though. I think I will ride it out. Might want to come sweep these lows here. But yeah, I'm not going to cut this trade early. I'm just going to let it ride. I'm only going to manage it here where I'm going to remove my risk. And otherwise, yeah, I guess a full pull to the... Where's 930 at, actually? 930's here. So yeah, I'm just going to go to this first internal high. This is already plenty. This is like 79 points. I mean, hell, what is this? This is 55. One could even go super low hanging fruit. If this is at least a 1 to 2, I'll do that. If it's not 1 to 2, I'm not going to do it. I might even just go meet in the middle. You want to know why, folks? Because I'm not a greedy son of a bitch. I'm grateful for the market to give me some profit whenever it's so generous to do so. You know what I'm saying? I'll go 1 to 2. See if I fucking care. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the call, though. As long as you can get the meat off the bone. Sometimes people get so caught up in like, oh, I need to get every single target. Oh, I need to get every last tick out of the trade. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that. If you can do it constantly with no mental struggles, fucking good for you. I'm just more concerned about, did I get the draw and liquidity correct? Did I execute when I saw a good opportunity? And did I get the meat of the move? If I can do those things consistently, I know I'm going to be just fine. And I know anybody as a trader would be just fine. So that's what I try to do. I don't try to be perfect. I don't try to get it all. You know, sometimes the fear and the greed kicks in. It happens to the best of us. I just try not to have it happen too much. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I'm not willing to take a loss at this point, so I won't take a loss at this point. How about that? But yeah, I'm just going for a static 1 to 2 at this point. This is only because this is a good amount of ticks, right? 62 points. They can be mad at that. And it's running this high here, where I originally said I was going to go risk-free. So I'm okay with this. We'll see. I do expect it to run through all of this, yes. I'm just not going to hold it for all that. Oh, that would be unfortunate if we left behind a gap and then pulled back for it. Just, we'd have to be a little bit more patient, wouldn't we? Come on, just go. Look at that big beefy candle. We call that a BBC where I'm from. They're all BBCs because it's either big blue or big black. All I know is, boys, is we need to hurry this thing up because my coffee's cold. Like, come on, man. We got places to go, people to see. I also have to pee. 5-minute candle did close. Let's see if we left behind that FVG on the 5-minute, guys. Yes, we did. 5-minute fair value gap being left there. See a pullback down into there. Let's see if we can get that push up higher out of there. No fair value gap left on the 5-minute chart on ES. How do you defeat anxiety when watching candles? I don't know if I've fully I wouldn't say I've fully defeated anxiety. I feel anxiety a little bit. I just I'm trying to figure out the best way to articulate that. I don't know. I'm trying to give you a good answer. You just got to sit through the uncomfortability. I think that's just really it. You just got to suck it up. There's nothing else to it. Got to suck it up. I'm going to trail my stop to this low now. Secure a little bit at least. See if we can get that push through my 1 to 2 risk reward there. We do have an SMT, maybe? No, not really. Not with this high. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it. Either she hits it or she don't. What was I saying? But anyway, yeah, I think you just gotta get you just get a little bit more used to sitting through the anxiety of trading. You know, the pullbacks, the drawdown, the being in profit. Sometimes the hardest part about trading too is like being in profit and like closing your trade too early and just not letting it ride because you don't want to give that profit back. Which another reason why I think Apex is a lot harder. Like, you can't really afford to sit through the pullbacks. You can't afford, like if I was trading an Apex account right now, I couldn't really afford to even risk it coming back to here. You know what I mean? Because that's gonna hurt my daily drawdown or whatever. But yeah, guys, 1 to 2 risk reward hit. Come on, ladies and gents, you guys know what that fucking means? Oh, we ain't done yet. All right, guys. How about it? How about it? How about it? How about it? How'd you guys do? Did anybody, well, I assume you did. I already gave my disclaimer about not copy trading me at the beginning of the call, but if you guys agreed with the analysis and you guys took it, congratulations. Like I said, I do think we could see the expansion through all of these levels of buy side here. Should be a low resistance liquidity run. But yeah, sometimes just taking the low hanging fruit, especially in a volatile market, like that was 62 points. Sometimes taking that low hanging fruit is just always the better option. You just never know, right? So yeah, that's that, guys. Any questions before we hop off? All right, guys, I will plan on being back live again tomorrow morning, most likely. Not most likely, I will. I'll be live again tomorrow morning here on YouTube. I'll probably start the stream a little after open, maybe like 5-10 minutes after the market open, something like that. And yeah, we'll see if we can capitalize yet again, guys. Appreciate you guys coming. Like the stream on your way out. And as always, if you want a top step discount for your first combine ever, Link is in the description. But I appreciate you guys showing up today. Happy Monday. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day. If you're still holding the trade, good luck. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning, guys. Peace out, everybody.